Alright guys, it's your boy OTP here, back with another video, another OTP side quest, and today, that's what I'm gonna talk about right y'all, my top 10 gaming pet peeves. The most annoying shit that happens in games happens to all of us, shit that we wish we can just get rid of or fix somehow. A lot of games have gotten better with these, but some of these still exist, and we need to get rid of these somehow. Starting off with number 10, bosses that are too hard or too easy. Or just bosses that just complete bullshit, that spam moves, just destroy you if you make one mistake. One mistake and it's all game over. Or games that do so much fucking damage to you, there's no way you possibly will come back. Now some bosses are really good when they're hard. And some bosses are meant to be easy, like first round, like first game bosses, at the very beginning, from the first dungeon, shit like that. They're meant to be kinda easy-ish since you don't have much skills and stuff yet. But some bosses just become straight up bullshit and just fucking ridiculous. Like, especially one boss I really want to talk about is fucking Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. That motherfucker is ridiculous. Cause I played Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, then the last one. This motherfucker is fucking ridiculous. Well, I know he's not Shao Kahn in the last one, but still, boss is still annoying. On to number 9, game-breaking glitches. Now I haven't had too many problems with game-breaking glitches, but whenever they do happen, it just fucking ruins the whole game. Like, one that I found on Injustice 2. Now, it's not my game, to be honest, it's my sister's, but I was borrowing it to play for a little bit, you know. And whenever I try to open up this bronze box that you normally get when you do missions and stuff, whenever I try to open it, my game would just, my whole system would just crash. My whole system would just crash every time I try to open up this box. So it's like, fuck it. I'm gonna snap my sister, and it's done. Like, that shit is fucking annoying. Now, on to number 8. Games that don't really explain, well, where to go next. Or, on the opposite side of that, on games that, like, handhold you the whole time, tell you exactly where to go, like, showing you every little thing, making shit super, super easy. Like, the game should give you enough clues to know where to go, but also not hold your hand the whole time and help you out. You need to figure stuff out on your own. It's supposed to be a little bit of a challenge, you know? Once you have an idea where to go, you go there, and come whatever may happen, you know? Take it one step at a time. But games shouldn't just leave you with no clue or indication where to go at all. It's better nowadays, obviously, but some of the old games had like no idea where to go. Even some games now, I don't have really examples, but I know what happens, alright? I know what happens, something that happen out there. Let me know some of y'all annoying pet peeves with games. Just games in general. Alright, number 7. Long load times. Especially like after you let's say you fought a hard boss battle and you lost, and you gotta load up the screen to get back to the fight, then to a cutscene, then load the screen back up again to get the actual fight again. That's a lot of time waiting just to fight the same boss over and over again, especially if it's one of those incredibly hard bosses that's hard to beat. You know, keep seeing the same cutscene over and over again until eventually you beat the boss fight. And that shit will get annoying real quick. Remember, make my phone want to rage quit. Simple as that. And number 6, along with long load times, number 6, unskippable cutscenes. They should really fit. I know they've gotten better. A lot of these situations have gotten better with time, but some of these things still happen in games. Unskippable cutscenes is one of them. Especially a couple bullshit boss fights, followed by long load times, followed by cutscenes that are unskippable. That is the recipe for disaster right there. Some games are good enough, even with some of these issues in it, but you don't have to go through all that just to fight the boss again. Just let me fight him again until I win, and then go on to the next new cutscene. Even if it's unskippable, at least I can get past this part, you know? And on to number 5. Pay to win games. I know it's mainly in free to play games where this exists, where you pay to get like extra gear, armor, weapons, all that shit to make the game like super easy for you to win against. Or like for honor, you get better weapons so you can get more revenge meter, shit like that. But pay to win games are just straight up annoying. I know having free to play games, since you're not really paying anything to play the game, and people just paying to get a little bit of a head or more experience or something like that. Now those are pay to win methods. I mean, not pay to win, but I know there's some games you can pay money to like get collectibles or get like cool costumes, skins, Stuff like that. Well, that's what the money should be used for, especially in free-to-play games where you can get new weapons. But it shouldn't just be automatically pay to win the game, you know. Or mobile apps too. Happen a lot in mobile games as well. These pay-to-win shits. They're annoying, but I guess kind of makes sense for mobile games and free-to-play games, but not in full price retail games like fucking For Honor, for example. That should pay to win pretty much. This should not exist in games like that. It's just fucking stupid. Especially when you see the time it takes in order to try and get all these stats by like not paying any money at all, just trying to get stats by just playing the game. It takes you a long ass time and it makes you just want to pay for it, but you don't want to do that, you know? You don't want to spend the money on the game you already spent. So that's annoying. And number 4, this one is really a pain. I don't really have a lot of money like that to begin with, but on this DLC, that's some bullshit right there. That is some straight up bullshit. It shouldn't, if the content is already on the disc, it should not be DLC to pay for. You should already have it. Like with this Injustice recently, Darkseid was already on the disc. We should have played as him. He's already like, no, it wasn't Darkseid, was it? It was it Darkseid? It was one of the characters that was already on the disc as when you got it. You shouldn't pay for that. It's already on the disc. I should just be able to play him. You know, other games too, like fucking new games coming out, like Marvel vs. Capcom. They got paid on this DLC there, I'm pretty sure. And other games too. Like they shouldn't be on this DLC. Especially like, or for example, like when games like cut off part of a story instead of for DLC. You shouldn't do that, especially if it's like a part of the main story and the game isn't really finished yet until you get this DLC. That's not how it should be. You should already have it on there so you can get the complete story that you paid for. You don't have to pay extra like $15 to get the full story of what happens after you defeat the final boss or whatever. You should get the whole story right then and there. That's how it should be. Now, number 3. This is a little bit of a combination here because they have similar-ish problems, but peer-to-peer connections and lag, not exactly the same, but they both cause the same issue, which leads up to lag. And especially in For Honor, this peer-to-peer connection system is just, if one person has a bad connection, everybody has it. When somebody leaves, the whole match just stops. They have to reload everything to make sure everyone's back in the right places. And sometimes people will get slammed back that way, or whenever you're in the middle of a swing, you get teleported back, or when you come back to the game, you die. It's bullshit. Like, and lag too, because I know lag happens every now and then, especially people with bad internet connections. I get that. But if you're going to make a difficult game like For Honor, which is specifically designed for like close melee combat when every second counts, you should not use peer-to-peer connection systems that can be easily fucked up. Especially people might be lag switching shit like that too, which are really annoying. Or when the fucking somebody leaves, the whole shit just ends, and you gotta pause it, come back, or when the whole shit just crashes entirely. The whole shit just crashes entirely. The whole game is rooted in just crashing, and you get just shut out right back to the beginning. You gotta start up a whole new game, and all the bullshit goes down again in the next game. It's just fucking annoying. On to number 2. Corrupted data or corrupted saves. Now this one happened before too in some old games that I've had. Especially on my old Game Boy Advance game that I have still. That's just old as shit, but I still have it and I still play that shit. But some of the games on there have corrupted saves. When I try to save the game, come back to it the next day after I turned it off and let it charge up and stuff. All I want to say data's gone. But it makes a little more sense for older games though, since I had a game for a long ass time. I think it probably has some wear and tear in it, all kinds of wear and tear up in that. So I understand with my Game Boy Advance. I understand that. But with games nowadays, we should not have this much problems with corrupted data and corrupted saves. Like, whenever I save my game, it should stay where I saved it at. Like, Watch Dogs 2. I used to play a lot. But I don't play it no more because the shit is basically just broken now. I can't play that game anymore. It's like a mixture of a game-breaking glitch with corrupted data. Because whenever I would save the game after I've done so much of the game, especially get the multiplayer, because it's like GTA, you gotta do a few missions first before you can get the multiplayer. Same with Watch Dogs 2. In Watch Dogs 2, I'll always get to a certain point, because the game was fun, I did like it. I know it's a bit more like a stealth-like kind of game. I'm not too good with stealth kind of games, but it was a fun game still, and you get all kinds of abilities you can use later. You can hack all kinds of stuff. You can use little drones and shit. It was a good game. But just that like the shit would just fucking crash on me all the time, or whenever I come back to it, my save was quickly gone. But it would still save my data about all the achievements I unlocked. It would still save that and some of the weapons that I had, but it wouldn't save all the data from where I last ended the game at. It was from the very beginning to that first mission, and that's bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Now, on to the number one, the cream of the crop. Wait, before we get number one, let's talk about some dishonorable mentions in this game, alright? In this little game of pet peeves here. First one, always online games. Especially before you have a single player mission too. They should not be online for single player. You should play the games offline. Because especially if, like, say, for example, your internet connection goes out because there's a storm going on outside. You can't play the games when it's always online. Especially if you have crappy peer-to-peer connection systems or lag. It doesn't help when it's always online. That's fucking stupid, and stop doing it. Or another one, people who spam buttons, like when in fighting games, they spam like cheap ass combos. Yes, you can probably block some of the time, but sometimes you just can't block. Like especially with the Godzilla game that came out last year. Was it last year? I don't know when it came out, but in the Godzilla game, people could just spam moves instead of no real block button. You just have to take it because it got spam the same moves, and that's just stupid. You shouldn't be able to spam moves like that without no way to really counter it or punish them for spamming. Or this is a big one here, not playing the objective-based games like Overwatch. If you want to play and get the payload, go to the payload. I know you're supposed to kill the enemy and stuff too, but stay with the payload. You gotta push it to the end to win. You're not gonna get there by you going around trying to be all Rambo and kill everybody on the enemy team. If you do that, that's amazing. You're a good player. But still, come back to the payload and help push it some, alright? Play the objective in the objective-based game. Simple as that. Another one too, which isn't really that bad, but annoying kids online. Like all kinds of kids that just scream into the mic and shit, playing all kinds of loud ass music, a whole bunch of other bullshit going down. They're like, no one will hear all that. You can mute them obviously in most games. I think you can mute them in all games really, but it's still, you shouldn't have to deal with these annoying ass kids, or their parents should like get them games specifically for them, like not play GTA Online because that's a dangerous game or whatever. But no one will hear your kid online when we're all playing a game to win, especially doing like competitive something like that, or something like real serious, like a competitive Overwatch. But no one wants to hear all that in the background. Now for number one, the cream of the crop, the most annoying of all gaming pet peeves, hackers. Cheaters and hackers. They've got to be the top dog when it comes to the most annoying things to deal with when it comes to gaming in general. Online games, single player games, open world games, whatever game it is, you guys are the most annoying of all time. Like they put on cheat codes so they can't die, so they just keep killing you over and over again. You try and kill them back, but it doesn't work because they're fucking invulnerable. Or when they fucking destroy all the shit that you built up. Let's say for example Minecraft, you build up this whole big elaborate thing to show off to YouTube or whatever. It looks fucking amazing, and then someone that shows in spawns a whole bunch of fucking creepers or whatever the shit's called, and they blow your shit to holy hell. They're just like, what the fuck? And I've never played Minecraft before, but I'm pretty sure if I built something like amazing, like a fucking Game Boy system in the fucking game, like massive and shit, I would be annoyed as fuck if you just blew up my whole shit. It took me like so long to make this. And you're not gonna help me just fix it. You're just gonna just leave and be an asshole. Just gonna break my shit and leave. Like, why? Just let me build it. It's something fun for me to do. We're supposed to have fun in this game. You don't need to cheat and hack to win. If you do, clearly you suck and you need to figure out a way to get better, aside from cheating and hacking. But it's not necessary, man. Just play the game. You will get better with time. Nothing to worry about. It's just like, why? Just why? And for the last one on here, we'll just tack on real quick. For the secret number 11 right here at the bottom, rage quitting. That's annoying as fuck too. Especially in games like, for example, what's an example? Street Fighter. Rage quitting. Because I know when you rage quit in Street Fighter, there's no real penalty for you leaving. And the person who wins that round that made you rage quit, they don't get the points they're supposed to get. I don't know if they fix it or not, but I do know that was a thing that happened a lot. And that's fucking annoying. When you're in other games, when just the whole thing comes down, or like with For Honor again, the whole shit stops because if there's a peer connection, then it stops to rewind to make sure everybody's in the right places. Because the person on the left, you gotta pick up, put a bot in there or whatever, and all that bullshit goes down again. If you lost the match, just take the loss like a man. Just take the loss. It's not that bad. You don't have to rage quit every time you lose. I know sometimes people get a little bit salty when they lose a lot. I mean, like over and over and over again. I understand why you would want to rage quit, but you don't have to rage quit. Just don't do it. You'll be fine. You will come back and get a win eventually. Everyone wins something eventually. This is the way it goes. There's no need to rage quit. But yeah, that's my top 10 list right here. We'll stick at number 11 at the end. And my honorable mentions, of course. Top 10 gaming pet peeves. It's been your boy OTP. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And be sure to check out our other channels too, TSG Picks and TSG Vlogs. And head back up here with Top Hat Gaming 1.5. Here for all your news, gaming news, all that good shit. I'm out of here. Peace.